Okay, and here we are out in the garden. A hummingbird just flew by. But we've got these sculptures all made here. And this is a tall one that's in the garden here with the Chinese lantern or Japanese lantern flowers. And you can see how it looks very nicely in the garden. And down here with the other flowers. And over here I have a shorter one right here. And you can see this is all fused glass, all connected onto stainless steel tubes coming up here. And it makes a display. And this one's hiding right here behind one of my funny faces. And I have funny faces in my garden too, all over the place. And here's another one. Now let's go show you another one over in another location. Okay, today we're going to show a little bit more about how we do the cutting. I've got all these stainless steel pieces, and over here I've got the big lengths. These are from display racks from a store. They're going to be made into some part of the stands to hold my glass sculptures, and this is turning out really good. And I made one and the sample worked out good, and now I'm going to show you how I cut the steel, and then we'll show you the glass and the tubing and the whole process. I'm going to do an angle cut. Now I'm just taking a piece like this, putting it in here as a spacer, it's a piece of scrap, and sets an angle. Turn on the machine, go like this, and it takes a while, so we'll come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, and now we're going to cut a whole bunch more of them. So here's a piece right here. We set this up in the machine, crank it nice and tight, turn it on, and this is what happens. This is the tubing I'm going to be using. It's 1/4 inch stainless steel, matches this other stainless steel. And this little tool is great. I can't believe it, under $50. And there it is. There's one piece. And I have to cut many pieces of various lengths. Now, wasn't that exciting? Now you can see that all the metal I cut has burrs on the end. So the next step is to clear the burrs off. Okay, this is the room where I make the messy stuff. So I've got the grinder, 2 belt sanders, all kinds of other tools hanging up around here. This is a little building that's outside of my main building. My beautiful table saw is here. And of course over there is the drill press. And I drill lots of holes with that. But today, and the bandsaw, today we're going to use this sander here to deburr those other stainless steel pieces I just cut. So we just take it on the sandpaper, and that's all that's required. Take all the burrs off. I have another tool for getting the burrs out of the inside if that's important. These are not going to be necessary. So I'm going to sit there and do about 50 or 60 of those. And then the bigger ones that I made, I do the same thing. And the burrs are gone. And you can see the burrs here. You could cut yourself on that. So by doing that, you make them user-friendly. And here's one of the smaller pieces of stainless steel I did. Not that exciting, but absolutely necessary. Now we'll go on to the next step. And now, today, we'll show you how we cut these little circles. Now we have this circle cutter right here. I have bigger circle cutters over there. They work in an entirely different way. But here I have a Q-tip and some oil. And I'm always keep your tools lubricated. So right here, there's little tiny blades that go around that cut the glass. So I put a little lubricant on it and got that started. Now this here I have an Allen key here, and I adjust this, and this slides back and forth, and you set it to the size you want. I've already set it to this particular size that I'm going to do now. Now I want circles a little larger than half. There's a line across here that shows where half is, and so I go like this. Whoops. That piece of glass isn't quite big enough. So we'll take this sticker off of here, and that's bullseye glass, as you can see, and I'll make a couple with this here. Okay, I put that just like that. Make sure I'm not too far to the edge, anything like that. And watch how easy this is. Okay, and I'll make 2 circles with this piece. Let's see, I can get one right here. Oops, a little interference fit there. And then I have my running pliers. Now you see here the tip on this running pliers, the plastic is broken, so I ordered new tips. Those will be coming in shortly. This one I already put the new tips on. I ran out of them to do that pair though. And now, in order to get this to work, I cut this over here, and with the little line up, I crack the glass. You hear that magic sound? Just a little snapping sound. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. And you wind up with all these scrap pieces here. And as you can see, I have made a lot of them. And I've made circles in 3 different sizes. And these are basically cut out. See, this one's pretty good. This one still needs a little trimming. So I've got the edge over here. Take off. I'll do that on a cutting machine. And see, and what the pieces I made, everything you make with the glass you have to clean. Also, so I have the alcohol over here, which is handy because when you cut your fingers, you always have plenty of alcohol around. And then you clean the glass really good. And then you take the pieces that you want to assemble, and you put them together however you want to do it. And these are going to be put together like that. And then I'm going to have a 3rd one on top of that. I'll clean it with alcohol. And then see, and then I'm going to put them in the kiln. And they're going to make a whole thing that looks like that. And when I'm done and fusing them, it's going to come out with this. And then I've got a little trick here. I've glued a stainless steel roofing nail on the back so I can mount it. And I'll show you that when I do more. But I've cut so far 90 of these pieces, and I've got them in the kiln, and we'll open the kiln and show you what they're like after we fire them. Okay, this load is almost all done. There's some pieces over there done by Mary. This is an experiment that I'm doing here. And here you can see some more experiments. I've got my name and Rolls Royce, and this is done with the laser engraver to see what that's going to turn out like. I don't know myself. And just opened the kiln, and here's an experiment I did. And then one of my students made this jewelry, and here's the pieces I made for my new sculptures. This is going to finish one, and see how nice they came out. I'll take them out of the kiln, bring them to the sink, wash them all up, and show you the next step. Okay, I've cleaned the kiln and cleaned all the glass. I use alcohol, clean the glass really good. And now I'm going to put the attachments on the back of the glass to hold it onto the sculpture. So I'm using washers to expand the surface area so that I know it's going to hold, and I sanded the washers and ground those a little bit, and I sanded the heads of the stainless steel roofing nails so that they will adhere to the JB Weld Clear. And I mixed up a batch of JB Weld Clear, and this is how I do this. I take a batch of clear and I stick it onto the glass right where I want it, and I put a little extra to hold the bigger washer on, which gives me a much more grab, because we have a lot of winds here in Florida, and I'm sure they have them around the country too. And then you just do these one at a time, and this batch is 39 pieces that are going to complete 2 sculptures. So it's called keep repeating, repeat, 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 and grab them one at a time and just keep doing this. And when you run out of JB Weld, you make some more. Part A, part B, mix it up with the popsicle stick and glue it. See how easy that is? And then when that gets hard, we'll be able to take that and put that into the ends of the tubes here to finish the art. And I just epoxied the centerpiece on this piece of art, and you see here's some more right here that we'll be making, and another one right here, and there's the big floor model ones on the other end. So I'll be back when we go to put them on. And this one over here lives with the tomatoes. And you see how nice it looks? And here's the tomato plants. We've got lots of tomatoes. And here's a beautiful onion coming right up here, ready to bloom.